going on, everyone? Welcome to the first annual NFL Honors Sportorium edition. This is what we talked about. It's a big deal for the players. You know, there's always there's the AP NFL MVP. That's a big deal, but the Sportorium MVP, bigger deal.
Even bigger. Yep.
Yeah. So we
For sure.
I based this on the voting. We kind of did a top 3, and then we all voted on it. So Tyler and Rupp as well, and added up all the points. So we're gonna go over it.
Nice.
Some things are the same. We also added a few more awards, which you'll see. But there are a couple that are what happened just because that was the right call. But let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Starting with the Offensive Player of the Year. So coming in number 3, got Jalen Hurts. Very good year. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. And then the unanimous Offensive Player of the Year, Justin Jefferson.
Yep. I like it.
Straightforward.
You got to give it to Justin Jefferson, and then Mahomes just crazy quarterback season, and then Hurts bringing his team, to the Super Bowl, messed up shoulder,
Oh yes. Also, we're taking into account postseason.
Yeah.
As well.
Yep. That's why I said that. So
yes.
I didn't even put Mahomes because I'd had him for MVP, so I kind of just left him out.
Yeah, other guys that got votes like Tyreek, Burrow got a vote, Josh Jacobs, Travis Kelce, all guys that are I'd say are deserving. But with the season Justin Jefferson had, got to give it to him.
Have to.
Offensive Player of the Year is pretty much the non-QB MVP. So yeah,
true. Yep. I imagine if he didn't get stopped by the Detroit guy and who else?
Darius Slay.
Yeah, there you go. Would have been crazy.
With that Lions game, it wasn't even like Jeff Okudah was just locking him down the whole time. They just schemed it well.
Yeah.
He just didn't get open.
Strange.
Yeah.
Everyone has to have their down day.
Yep.
But even with those 2 crap games, just insane season.
True.
So Kirk's good at doing something, getting Jefferson the ball.
That's all you got to do.
Nothing else. Yeah. Well, and more because you can't make the playoffs, but can't do anything in playoffs. Whatever.
The bright lights are scary.
Yeah.
All right. And then getting into the Defensive Player of the Year. So coming in third, we got Fred Warner. Interesting.
Okay.
But for second, we have a 3-way tie between Micah Parsons, Hassan Reddick, and Chris Jones.
Okay.
And then the unanimous Defensive Player of the Year, Nick Bosa.
Yep. Who voted Fred Warner?
Tyler had him as his second pick.
Okay.
Interesting,
bro.
Not bad. We also got Sauce got a vote.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
that was definitely you.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Tyler. Oh, was it you?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
You have Chris Jones too. That's just not right.
Yeah, Chris Jones, especially if you're taking into account playoffs. Chris Jones is very good at football. Yeah. Absolute game wrecker. Probably the best D tackle in the league when Aaron Donald isn't playing. So, and it's honestly he's gotten to the point where him and Aaron Donald are really not even that far apart.
Yeah,
they're just different.
Aaron Donald's fallen off a little bit.
This year he didn't really do much, and then got hurt. So he is getting older.
Yeah, he almost retired last year.
Sure, he could retire again this year, or whatever.
Should, because he's never making it to the Super Bowl again with that team. So
yeah, which we will talk about later.
Yeah.
I'd also like to add
that Sauce was me, just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Not surprised. I'd also like to add in that we dressed up for this. We all have our nice shirts on, so please appreciate that.
Nice-ish.
Nice-ish. This is I really wanted to go full tuxedo and everything, but apparently we shouldn't do that.
I'm gonna own a suit.
Yeah, me too. So,
that fits me.
Yeah. I don't have a tie here, so
I don't have a suit in general.
I have a jersey. Maybe we should have worn jerseys. Oh.
No, absolutely not.
All right.
And then getting into the Offensive Rookie of the Year. So we got a 2-way tie for third, Chris Olave and Isaiah Pacheco. Once again, taking into account playoffs and everything. He had over 1,000 total yards, Pacheco. And then in second, Kenneth Walker. And then the Offensive Rookie of the Year, Garrett Wilson.
There you go. All right. I like how no one put Purdy. Just saying.
There were 2 votes for Purdy, 2 third-place votes for Purdy.
No.
Yep.
Oh,
James was one of them.
no. I literally put Brees in there just because people
Yes,
put
Brees
Purdy.
also got a vote.
That was me again.
Yes. Because I mean that one, you've had the same thing that makes sense.
Yep.
You got a guy that played half a season, and he's getting all these votes. Brees played half a season, and he was incredible.
Yep.
Weird.
Good stuff.
I don't hate it though. If you're taking into account playoffs, he was also great in playoffs before his elbow just decided that it needed Tommy John.
True. That is true. Whatever. And what was 3? It was Pacheco and who?
Chris Olave.
Pacheco really turned it up at the end. Really
Yeah, I mean, if we saw him throughout the whole year with the same number of carries and minutes that he got towards the end, he probably would have, and probably would have had one of the best running back rookie lines we've ever seen. Because I mean, he had 800 yards in practically 10 weeks.
Crazy.
So yeah,
definitely.
But he's getting some recognition on here, which is the most important thing.
True, because it's more important.
And then we're getting into Defensive Rookie of the Year. So this one is very straightforward. We actually all voted the exact same thing, all 5 of us. So Tariq Woolen 3rd, Aiden Hutchinson 2, Sauce unanimous Defensive Rookie of the Year.
There you go.
Yeah,
right.
So no other option.
Yeah. There's other guys. I mean, Jalen Petrie was good. Karlaftis was good. That rookie from Jackson State that he's on the Lions now. He came in, I'm pretty sure, during the Bills game.
Safety or the corner?
No, he's an edge rusher.
Oh, got me.
He was on the practice squad, and then they signed him to the active roster for I believe it was the Bills game, and he went off. He had 2 or 3 sacks, and then actually finished, I'm pretty sure, with the second most sacks out of rookies. James Houston, I'm pretty sure. He just had a stretch of very good games.
I remember him.
Yeah. Notably, Trayvon Walker is not here. First overall pick. Didn't have the greatest year.
I didn't really hear his name ever.
Yeah, he made a couple plays, but he really didn't have a great year. But he was more of a guy that I don't think he should have, but I mean, he is a guy that he's gonna need to develop more. So
no, I'll tell you what, I saw today Sauce being drafted number 4 to the Jets, and he was wearing that Lions blue. I think he thought he was going to the Lions at number 2.
Interesting.
But then, Hutch was there. You couldn't really pass on him.
Yeah,
but if Hutch was 1, I think Sauce would have been 2.
That would have been a good pick.
Yeah. So, but good thing it didn't happen.
Yeah. But James Houston, so he came in for the Bills game. He played 7 games, and he had 8 sacks.
Yeah, didn't he? I was gonna say he had a huge game against somebody.
He against the Bears. He had 3 sacks. He had 2 against the Bills.
Bears.
So he came in, had 2 sacks against the Bills. Next game against the Jags, had a sack. Next game against the Vikings, had a sack. Then against the Jets, had a sack. Didn't have a sack. 3 against Chicago, and then 0 to close out the season.
Wow.
And with him, it's actually weird because he's only he's literally just a pass rush specialist. He's really not a great run defender. So they only have him in on 3rd downs when it's obvious passing situations, and he's still putting up good numbers.
That's crazy. Imagine if he played a whole season.
Exactly.
Nuts. Wow.
Yeah.
Someone to keep an eye on.
Lions had a good draft. I mean, just with Hutch's, obviously he's already good.
Yeah.
And then Jameson Williams too.
Yeah.
Was that this year? Jameson Williams? Yeah, right? Yeah. The whole trade with the Vikings, everything. Yeah. He barely played, but I mean, he's a game changer.
Took forever for him to get healthy.
Yeah. And even when he was healthy, they just actually weren't putting him on the field.
Yeah, no chemistry with Goff, I think.
Weird.
So why bother? And the team was doing great already.
Yeah. So you could see that he's gonna be a good player though.
Yeah.
But yeah. James Houston, 6th round rookie. Deserves a little recognition. He didn't get any votes, but it's all right.
All right.
And now heading into Coach of the Year. This one is a little different. So 3rd place, Kyle Shanahan. 2nd place, Brian Dable. And Coach of the Year, Andy Reid.
Figured. Yep.
He deserves it. It's one of those things where we've said just if you're expected to do great things, you're just not going to get recognized for it.
Yeah.
But you could see like the Super Bowl is a prime example of just his brain.
Crazy how great he is.
He exposed the Eagles.
Yeah.
Defense.
And all by just a little half jet motion.
Yeah.
But like being able to see that and like exploit that it's great. And he is very good at making adjustments. He's just great at coaching. He's great at like naming plays after food and stuff. So
yeah. Well, they that Sky Moore touchdown was it Sky Moore that they did it to the left side?
Yeah, that was.
They were in the wrong formation completely.
Yeah.
I saw that video and I was like, what the hell? And still can get it done.
Yeah, because Mahomes he motioned for Tony to do the motion, and then he was like, and then did it to Sky Moore. I don't know what was wrong with that. And then didn't they almost call a timeout?
Yeah, because Mahomes called an audible on the play because he saw the defense.
Yeah.
And then Andy Reid was literally about to call a timeout and he snapped the ball.
Good thing he didn't.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it was first and goal. He probably would have scored anyway. So
yeah, just run the same exact half jet motion and somebody's gonna be wide open. That's actually so weird. Like how they just got lost.
The Tony one was like bad, but the Sky Moore one, there was like literally nobody like on that side of the field in general.
Yeah. For the Tony one, Darius Slay called for a switch, and it just like nobody reacted in time. So like at least they saw it. The Sky Moore one, I don't know. Did they just maybe not see him? Was he camouflaged or something? I actually don't understand.
He is tiny. He's short, right?
Yeah, he's pretty short.
But
Andy Reid,
great
number
coach.
1. I'd say he's the best coach in the league right now. Over Belichick. Belichick the past few years, without Brady, has not been great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like the coaching decisions that they make are just like Matt Patricia should not be calling offensive plays for a whole season.
He shouldn't be in the NFL at all anymore.
There's a bunch of like Joe Judge was on there, that coaching staff. He sucks.
Yeah.
There's always just like whatever.
I mean, Belichick, I guess he was being carried by Brady.
I guess so. But it's also like
for the longest time.
They like the defense has still been good. And like the Patriots were like literally one game out of a playoff spot with a defensive coordinator calling offensive plays. So I'm not like Bill Belichick is still a great coach. I'm not going to say he's not, but I would say Andy Reid has definitely surpassed him as of right now. Not like legacy wise, obviously, but like right now, today, I think Andy Reid's the best coach in the league.
I agree. And so do we all, I guess.
Yeah. And Shanahan's up there too. Just the offensive geniuses we were just talking about.
Yep. Jets had one of those a few years ago. His name was Adam Gase. But anyway, continue. It's fucking the worst person ever. What was it? Following a taco or something with those eyes?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that guy's a joke.
All right, now getting into the comeback player of the year. This one is a little different too. Really? So in third place, Brian Robinson. And in second place, Christian McCaffrey. And the comeback player of the year, Saquon Barkley. That's how it should have been.
Yeah.
And definitely we also have votes. Gino got a vote in there. Travis Etienne got a vote. And then
who voted Gino? You? What is wrong with you? Oh god. Anyway.
But my favorite vote of the whole entire thing, we have one vote for anybody but Gino.
That was you. Yeah, I know.
Which I agree with.
I didn't even think of Brian Robinson, honestly. I forgot about him.
Yeah, and I mean that's a great comeback. Dude got shot in the leg.
Yeah, that's actually he didn't even get like nominated.
I know. I didn't think about that either, but then when I did, I was like, wait a minute, that should have been
got shot like 3 times.
Yeah.
He could have like almost died, basically, like Hamlin.
And then he played like a couple months later.
Yeah. If the bullet went to the left or to the right, it could hit something.
I didn't really think of ETN either, but I guess because like CMC and Saquon just had better years, so it's like
and it's also like that was pretty much ETN's rookie year. Like all the other sports, like the NHL, obviously is like if you don't play X amount of games, whatever, you're still a rookie. That's kind of what it should have been. Like he was a rookie. He was technically in his second year, but that was his rookie year.
Yeah.
So,
football doesn't do that though.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I don't hate it. But
like Mahomes is a rookie year. He threw like 50 touchdowns.
Yeah. which was technically his second year, but he played like one game his actual rookie year and threw a pick. All right, and then getting into the most improved. So at number 3, we got Daniel Jones. Number 2, Jalen Hurts. And our most improved player, Geno Smith.
Should have been.
That's how it should have been. Yeah.
Yep.
Most improved, absolutely. Obviously, just career terrible. And to go out, I mean, he's got a pretty good receiving core. Him and Tyler Lockett really looked good. Obviously, DK Metcalf is very good. But to put up over 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, which was good for, what was that, like 4th in the league? Yeah, 4th in the league, 30 touchdowns. So, I mean, most improved, absolutely. Comeback,
8th in passing yards. That's crazy.
Yeah, he had a great year. And it's not even just like a great year for him. Like, that was just a great year.
Yeah. So insane. Oh, my God.
The NFL should learn a thing or two from us. This is an award that you should have.
Yeah. Who else got votes?
So we also got votes for T-Law. I'd say that's pretty valid.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you go from the
rookie quarterbacks take time, though. So that's why.
Yeah, but it's also Urban Meyer was like actually putting him in football jail pretty much.
True.
Yeah, that was bad. 2, we got a vote. We got a vote for DJ Reed. I wonder what Homer said that. And then
DJ Reed was insane this year. He was one of the top corners this year. And he was the number 2.
Because you know why?
Coming from Seattle.
Because you know why? Safety help.
Safety help? What safety?
His name is DJ Reed. I have safety help behind me.
No.
It's in his name. You don't see it on the end of the jersey?
Jesus Christ. The safety was garbage.
Good. He was good, but I don't think he was like the most improved because he was good.
No, he wasn't the most improved, but name should be somewhere, in my opinion. As a Jet fan, I guess. But hey.
Homer. And then Tony Pollard got a vote and Jared Goff.
All right.
I'm not really a fan of the Goff one, honestly.
Yeah.
He had a solid year, but he was good. So
yeah, it was 2018.
Yeah, 2018, he was like very good. But even like last year, he wasn't like bad.
And Pollard was always good too. So I don't really. He didn't really
get the finally he got enough snaps.
That would be like more of like a breakout player.
Yeah. Which I mean, I guess it kind of goes hand in hand a little bit, but
yeah. But also, top 2 though, with Geno and Daniel Jones. I like it.
Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones.
Oh yeah, yep.
I think Hurts is the most improved if you count like playoffs too. So
yeah,
I think I had him one.
It might be that he is, but it's just that Geno's just been so bad for so long.
Yeah, I guess.
Just more of
and Hurts wasn't like bad.
No. He was pretty bad last year.
But he improved from the year before that too.
Yeah, so had AJ Brown this year.
Yeah. And I mean you could even throw like Justin Fields in there. Obviously he has not developed great as a passer so far, but I mean we just saw one of the best running seasons by a quarterback ever. Yeah. And he would have broke the yardage record for the season. And he also had that game against the Bills where it was like so in the beginning of the year he didn't run that much because they didn't have a lot of designed runs. And then by like week 7 was when they really started to, and he just like 150 yards, 70, 90.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And then against the Bills, he had, I mean, I want to say like 4 yards. And that was like in the prime of like what he was doing. Props to the Bills defense, man. Really got you far in the playoffs, man. God damn.
But Fields, if he continues like that, he's not going to last long in the NFL. So,
I mean, regardless of like injuries and stuff, if he can't pass the ball, he's not going to.
Well, true.
Yeah, he had 7 carries for 11 yards against the Bills that one game. But like the next week he puts up 132. The week before the Bills he had 95. Before that 71. I mean, and then obviously against the Dolphins he had 178.
The Dolphins.
I did hear that.
Damn it, man. It happens.
Oh jeez. Lamar though and Jalen Hurts, they had big running seasons and then they became like good. Yeah. Maybe this is like the road for Fields.
That's true. I mean, they also have like actually the worst team in the league though.
Yeah. And then they ended up trading basically a first-round pick for Chase Claypool.
That was disgusting when it happened.
It was bad when it happened, and then the fact that they got the first pick, and then that pick with the Dolphins forfeiting their pick it's basically a first-round pick you gave up for Chase Claypool, which is terrible.
That's really bad.
Especially with the wide receivers in this draft. At 32, you could have got somebody that's already better than Chase Claypool day one, 100%. But who knows? They got, I think, over 108 mil in cap space. So they could build a good team around Fields. And they should.
Yeah. They should hit free agency real hard.
Yeah. I'm not completely fully sold on Justin Fields yet, honestly. And I think that if there were better prospects in this class, that you really take a hard look at offers from other teams regarding Justin Fields. And that could still be a possibility too.
Yeah.
Because like somebody's going to give you a lot for Justin Fields.
I wouldn't want him.
Yeah,
the Jets have nothing and I still wouldn't want him.
Yeah.
I'd rather Mike White.
That's weird.
So,
That's
weird.
I
know. But
I mean, if you're talking like assets that you have to give up and stuff, then yes. But if you're saying like straight up, you'd rather Mike White than Justin Fields, I'm going to have to disagree with you very
for the
strongly.
future?
Yes.
For the next 2-3 years? Yeah, no. I'd rather Mike White. Mike White looks
That's
good
crazy.
when
he
he
looked
plays.
Terrible the last few weeks that he played.
Oh, the last week was disgusting.
Yeah.
But before he was hurt, he was playing great.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, he was playing okay.
He
did have some
stats.
I know his stats. He did have good games. I definitely agree with you, but Fields is like maybe the best running quarterback in the league.
Yeah, but until he gets hurt again.
Can't throw the ball, so it's like
but I mean if you could do all like he's won games single-handedly because that his defense was terrible. He didn't have any weapons. So
he also lost a lot of the games single-handedly.
Because he can't the ball, but
even though he was running, they still lost. It's like, he had a great running game, still lost.
Bottom line, I'm taking him over Mike White literally 900 times out of 900.
Nope.
Okay.
Not happening.
You can have your own opinion. Just know that your opinion is not a good one.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Of course. All right. Now getting into our next award. This one, you don't want to win this one. This is the most regressed award.
This better be clear-cut number one. Let's see.
We'll see. It's kind of clear-ish cut. This one had the most votes out of like anything else. So we're gonna have to go over these.
Down.
So in third place, there is a like 4-way tie. Is it 5? Jesus. Why can we knock it on the same page, people?
I forgot to think about people.
Yeah. So all right. So going over for third place. So we got to vote for Jonathan Taylor, Mac Jones, Kyle Pitts.
You want to go one at a time?
What?
Put Mac Jones.
I put Mac Jones.
Okay.
I put Jonathan Taylor. That guy's trash this year.
Kyle Pitts, who else?
Kyle Pitts, Debo, and then Matt Ryan. So
Matt Ryan was just always trash.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been progressively getting worse. But I guess like this year, you were literally benched for nothing, so it's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's just old, and after the Super Bowl, he just kept getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but hey, he's got an MVP under his belt. Not a Sportorium MVP, so it doesn't matter as much, but whatever. All right, and then in second place, this is a 2-way tie. We got Najee Harris and Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson was just always bad.
I know. That's why. There's a homer of a Jets fan who also who gave that pick in. So
gotcha. Najee though, big right there. I forgot about it.
Yeah,
and
that's
I also
the first person I thought of.
I don't think it's his fault though, and I don't even think he had that bad of a year. But like he was never an efficient runner in the NFL. At least he was very efficient in college. But
yeah, there was games where he would just literally like get the ball and like run into like the back of the offensive line, man.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely did that.
The O-line wasn't good. It just he couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know his vision. I don't know what happened.
I still think Najee is very good though.
I mean, we'll see. It's only his second year, so
yeah.
And then winning the most regressed, Russell Wilson.
I didn't even think of him. Like I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, that was as soon as I even like came up with the idea for this award, I was like, "Wow, Russell Wilson, congratulations, buddy."
Yeah.
But that's like the definition of regression.
Yeah.
Whether it was Nathaniel Hackett, what's the dude that he's raising their child?
Got me.
The dude that had the baby with the wife
Future?
first. Yeah, Future. Maybe it's the son where he's just getting in his head that he's like, damn, I'm really raising someone else's kid right now. And he's like, whatever. The bathroom thing, he has more bathrooms than touchdowns. I think he passed that finally because he actually
it took him like 16 weeks.
Yeah, which is embarrassing. But like looking at it's actually unbelievable looking at his numbers, like how bad he was this year and like how big of a difference it was from like years past.
Just terrible.
It's kind of sad.
I'm looking it up right now.
He's also getting like 50 million a year, so
he's getting a lot of
How
money.
many games did he play last year when he was hurt? Because he was out a while, right?
I don't think he was out that long.
Oh, I thought he was
like
out a long time with that
weeks.
finger. Really? And he wasn't out at all this year, right?
I think he was out one game because he had a concussion.
Wait, so he got hurt during the Chiefs game.
His completion percentage went down by 4.3. He had 4,000 more yards this year, but last year's 25-6 touchdown interception. What?
4,000 more yards?
Did I say 4,000?
You did. Did you mean 400?
400 more yards than last year, and he was hurt. But last year was 25-6. This year is 16-11, and his QB rating has never been lower in his entire career with an 84.4. Yep.
That's not good.
Real
and then
bad.
You look at like the years, like 1 year, 40 touchdowns to 13 picks.
Yep, 4,200 yards.
35-7 with 3,400 yards. Like he's put up insane years,
MVP
and then just
season.
does that. Yeah, he's never gotten an MVP vote, but
really,
MVP likes it. Yeah, not
a
wow.
thing.
Geno Smith has one. He doesn't. We currently right now have the same amount of MVP votes as Russell Wilson. So good job, I guess. Other guys, yeah, we got Leonard Fournette, the fat man himself.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson. I think that's a pretty good one. Matt Stafford.
Played like 4 games though.
Yeah, but he was bad in those games compared to like he looked at in a couple of games he looked better, but
yeah,
he's also a rapist.
Oh my Lord.
Am I wrong? And then we got Cam Akers, which okay, that's fine. And then this one, I forgot who did this, but Justin Herbert.
What?
I don't agree, to say the least. I don't think he
confused.
Because I mean, he did have his receivers out for basically the whole year.
Yeah.
But I don't think that
still made the playoffs.
Yeah, and made the playoffs.
And then choked the game though.
Yeah. Which is also not his fault.
His completion percentage is better than it's ever been. He had like 300 less yards for the season. His passer rating is basically the same as every other season. But his touchdowns, it was 25-10 compared to last year's 38-15. So maybe that's why.
Definitely a regression. I could definitely.
But still 4,700 yards. Crazy.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say I wouldn't put him over guys like Zeke and other guys like that, or just the ones that we just mentioned.
Yeah.
So whoever it was that gave that vote, I disagree with you.
Yeah.
All right. And then we are getting into the team of the year. So coming in third place, we got the 49ers. Obviously went through a lot, quarterbacks, and just a lot of injuries in general. And then number 2, we got the Eagles. Fantastic regular season, but couldn't pull it out in the end. And then coming in, number 1, the team of the year, the Kansas City Chiefs. They won the Super Bowl. They had the best record in football.
Yep.
1 seed, all this after losing Tyreek Hill. I mean, it was just a great team all around.
Yeah.
One that will go down in history.
I didn't even do this.
Oh, well, I'm sure your vote would have been for the Chiefs, so it's okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then we got other teams. We got the Bengals.
Yeah, given.
Giants. I like it. You know, it didn't really get far postseason wise, but
I don't like it. I feel like they got lucky. They had an easy schedule.
Yeah, but like they it's the Giants, so they did well.
Yeah, they did well with their really easy schedule.
Yeah.
Well, and then they almost missed it when what was their record before they started losing like crazy?
They were like 5-1 or something. Like I'm pretty sure they're one of the
better than that.
They were 6-1.
Maybe it's I'm pretty sure they had like the best record tied for the second best record in the league, because the Eagles were obviously undefeated until.
It actually might have been 7-1.
I feel like it was something crazy.
I really hope that's not the case, because that's disgusting.
I really think it was.
The Jets also started good and then like completely fell apart.
Agreed.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be interesting next year because like the Eagles actually play like good teams.
Yeah, because part of that
1, 2.
was just a very, very easy schedule.
They were 6-1, by the way.
6-1.
Then 6-2, then 7-2, and then ta-da, Giants came to play.
Yep.
Yep. Crazy.
But they got in the playoffs.
Not agree.
Ended up beating the Vikings. I don't hate it. Not my pick, but I don't hate it.
All right.
And then we got a vote for the Detroit Lions. I like that one.
That was me.
Yeah.
That team.
Team by the end, I mean, in the beginning, they sucked very bad. Like midway.
Clicked, though.
Yeah, something clicked. Dan Campbell was like, these kneecaps, they look unbitten. And they came out. They had a lot of grit. Ended up booting the Packers from playoffs.
Yep.
I think they have a solid future. Their O-line is ridiculous. They have like stars everywhere on offense, pretty much. Like that, those weapons are very good. Their defense sucks. But they do have good pieces, though. Like Aiden Hutchinson, we were just talking about James Houston. Jeff Okuda is pretty good.
No DBs, though, besides him.
And he's like, he's been really good this year, but
I don't even know who their safeties are.
They're bad. Oh, yeah. That's all I know. And I'm pretty sure one of them got hurt, too. But then, like, Amani Oruwariye is another corner they have. Yeah.
And cap space, I mean, they're not that great, so.
Who knows? But almost got to the playoffs.
Yep.
Good team.
Yep. Should be a good future.
So this is another one that you don't want. This is the Disappointing Team of the Year award. So we got a few ties in this one as well. Tied for third place, we have the Broncos and the Ravens. I'm actually surprised the Broncos are not higher because before the season started, like, do you get Russell Wilson? Everybody was like MVP.
Yeah.
Super Bowl. They're winning the division. And they were very, very bad. The defense was probably top 5.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's probably say in the 5 to 10 range, that defense, because there are some games where they just absolutely did nothing. But that offense was the worst in the league. It was abysmal. So, yeah, they're there. And then tied for second place, we have the Bucks, Jets, and Cowboys. Yeah, I don't really agree with the Jets one, though, because I'd say if anything, they did better than what they should have been.
Yeah. I think it was just because of how they started, and then they kind of just choked out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
But same thing with the Cowboys, too.
I mean, you could say that for the Bills, really. I mean, they had Super Bowl aspirations, and then they get booted in the divisional rounds and score 10 points.
Yeah, they got booted by the Bengals.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but
it's a good team.
We're probably a top 3 team in the league.
Yeah,
I agree. And then just realized the Ravens and Broncos were actually in fourth place, and the teams I just mentioned are in third place.
Okay.
So in second place, we have the Green Bay Packers, a team that was just inevitably going to lose in the NFC Championship if they even made the playoffs, but they missed playoffs. Aaron Rodgers has a down year. Pretty much the whole team does. You don't have a lot of talent on offense. And Watson looked really good for a couple of weeks, but MVS leaves, Devontae Adams leaves. They
started real slow.
They did
real slow, and then they picked it up. And honestly, if they made playoffs, they could have done some damage, I think. But
I think that they're probably better than.
I think they would have lost in the first round.
It depends on who the matchup would have been. Because I mean, if they were going to play the Niners, that's
Aaron Rodgers. I thought it would have been the Niners no matter what.
I think you're right.
They might have been able to get the 6th seed. Or no, the Giants beat the Packers, right?
Yeah, Giants were, no matter what, they were going to be
Packers.
The 6.
I mean, it would have been the 49ers Packers.
Yeah. So they probably would have been booted. But either way, didn't even make playoffs.
You never know, though, I guess.
Yeah. They were also playing very well the past few weeks.
Yeah, they were on a roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the most disappointing team of the year, the Los Angeles Rams. The biggest Super Bowl hangover that I've ever seen.
Ever.
Yeah. I mean, they also deal with injuries, so
very bad with injuries, yes.
Kupp going out to the entire offense.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Donald going out as the entire defense.
Yeah.
Especially when Jalen Ramsey is playing as terrible
Stafford
as he was.
Went out.
Yeah. And he wasn't even good in the beginning, too. He was gonna lead the league in picks, but then Dak Prescott said, "It's my time to shine."
Yeah.
But
they had a pretty bad fall off after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. So I think it is a very deserving award for them.
Yeah, I agree.
And then getting into moment of the year, in third place, there is a tie between the Jaguars comeback in the wild card against the Chargers. Just absolutely crazy, biggest comeback in playoff history.
Insane.
And that is tied with the Patriots lateral play.
No, I didn't even think of that.
I completely forgot. That would have been number one.
A great moment of this season.
I love that play.
It was so funny. Even Rupp gave that a vote.
Wow.
It was
really sticking with him.
Dude, I literally woke up from a nap like as that happened. It was like confused what was going on.
It's like, why is he throwing it back? Chandler Jones says he's stiff arming Mac Jones. What's going on?
Oh,
that was so funny.
Remember that time that someone posted that video on TikTok, not TikTok, Twitter, and then some other person went on and deleted it? Just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of leads into what I was going to say. When it's funny when something happens. Oh yeah, I'll explain what you did, but it's funny when something happens to like the Patriots in general, because I mean, when you have a friend that happens to, I'm sure you guys have laughed when you laughed in my face, Rocco, actually, when the Hail Murray happened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I remember that. I was like, oh my God, Josh just led this amazing comeback drive. Like, how many seconds were left? Like 7, 13. And then, yeah, I remember literally sitting there as that happened. And I was just like, I didn't say anything for maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, I was just staring.
That was great.
Yeah, Rupp reacted really good to that one. He was just like, I'm done. This is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have Brady and your team's going to shit. So
yeah, it is true.
But you can't be mad because how many Super Bowls you have?
Exactly.
So,
well, he was like 6 for like 3 of them.
that math's true. Definitely adds up.
Well, he was like, he was like 1 for 1 of them.
Yeah, in 2002.
He was like 1 to like 8.
It was 2002, then 2004, and they repeated 2005.
So realistically, he saw 2 Super Bowls.
No, 3.
2018.
2018.
2016, 17. What was it?
I think it was
2016.
It was 2 years apart.
It was 2014, 2016, 2018. I'm pretty sure.
So 2014, he was like 12.
Yeah, but he also that's when he decided to become a Patriots fan. It's like, what's the best team in the league? I'm a fan of them now.
Yeah, he was a front
I gotta
runner.
cut out the baby voice. I can't.
Oh crap!
Man.
Oh yeah, because Brady was on the Bucks, so Brady won every 2 years, but he was on the Bucks that last year.
That's what it was. I mean, he probably counts that too.
Yeah,
all Patriots fans have a little bit of Buccaneer in them now. We got a little off course there, but
yeah,
we're getting into the second moment of the year. We have Justin Jefferson's catch against the Bills. Yeah. More like the defensive back caught it and handed it to him, but a good moment.
Great.
I think awesome. that really is an overrated play, though.
Yeah, because it happened to the Bills.
No, I think that it could have been the Bills. I think it's still overrated. He didn't catch the ball. Well, I mean, I guess he caught it, but the defensive back literally handed him the ball. He just happened to come down with it. But to say that's the greatest catch in history, I absolutely disagree with.
It's up there.
I don't even think it's the best catch this year. I think George
catch is still the best.
I think that 100%.
I would say like where it was and the meaning.
Yeah. Yeah. You talk about Julian Edelman's catch a couple years ago where it's literally on the turf and he catches it.
Yeah.
And I
also
think
Curse too.
Yeah. 100%.
When I kicked it, I don't even remember what happened, but it bounced 3 times.
Yeah.
Nuts.
And then was that the same Super Bowl they threw the interception?
Yeah, that was the play before it, I'm pretty sure.
That is so bad. That is actually so bad.
Yeah, because he almost scored too. It was one of the craziest plays I've actually ever seen into the craziest play I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I had it I can't imagine being a Patriots fan when that happened.
Yeah. With especially that catch, you probably wanted to just die after you saw that catch. How does this happen? And then they didn't run the ball.
Good job, bro.
Yeah. But then I'd say literally George Pickens' catch this year was a better catch than Justin Jefferson's.
Yeah, that 100% was.
I mean, if you're talking about actually skill wise, 100%.
That was better than Odell's too.
That I disagree with, but I think it was a good
I
catch.
disagree as well. Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that Odell caught it with 3 fingers.
Yeah.
While a DPI was occurring.
And fully extend. Yeah, it's just nuts.
It was. I think that's like the greatest. I'd say that's probably the, like, I don't know how to word it. I'd say the greatest catch is probably the helmet catch. I wouldn't even say it. The helmet catch is probably even more iconic. Or the immaculate reception is probably more iconic.
I just like the Odell catch was just like iconic because like people were like recreating it and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's like
it was
Kobe.
like a trend.
It's like
it was like
you literally like Odell something. He like created
still like people still say that.
Yeah, they're like getting mossed, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
true.
Once again, we get off topic. Jeez. So now the moment of the year. This one is like not a singular moment, but there's multiple moments into one. It is everything that occurred after the Damar Hamlin situation. So whether that be everybody just coming together, or more specifically, the Nyheim Hines kick return touchdown, was that specifically itself might be the best moment of the year. Just like there was just so much emotion in that. And like every single time I rewatch it, I get chills. And like it was insane. And the fact that he got another one later in the game, crazy. But yeah, everybody just came together as a
everybody,
the world. It was crazy. And then especially like the Bengals, obviously they could happen on that field. So like Bengals and Bills fans were like very united. And then 3 weeks later, the Bengals and the Bills season, and everybody hates the Bengals because Eli Apple shut his mouth. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, crazy.
Terrible situation, but there was a lot of good to come from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, not really a football play per se.
No,
although it is related.
The biggest for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kelsey Bowl.
The Kelsey Bowl. That was right at the bottom there. But I mean that's a good moment, you know?
Yeah.
The game was good, but like the fact that it was just like the media going into that with like obviously Donna Kelsey and just them. I mean, it was very cool.
Good script.
Yeah, very good script this year, guys. Good job. And then we have a vote. Get ready for this one.
No.
Reese's Lambeau Leap.
Yo.
I'm signing off. Good night.
As you can see, the Jets fan reacted like that. Who do you think it would be? The other one.
He's so bad.
He who shall not be named.
The Lambeau. I mean, sauce with the cheese hat is.
That's a better moment. I didn't even know the Brees Lambeau Leap happened. No, you could tell me. He told me it happened.
That happened.
I literally didn't know. The sauce with the cheese hat is very funny.
Yeah.
Because then he wore it on his stream and everything.
Yeah, like that's cool. Yeah. The Brees Lambeau Leap. That's not. Oh my god.
Dude, that's horrible.
I know it's really bad. But whatever.
Yeah.
We all have our own opinions. Like I said before, some opinions are just wrong.
I agree with you there. 100%.
Yeah. The Brees Lambeau Leap.
Well then. Getting into the big one. The Sportorium MVP of the year. We have four votes, or 4 players that were voted. Coming in 4th place, I am a homer, and I gave Josh a vote. Coming in 3rd place, Joe Burrow. 2nd place, actually, I'll say the winner first.
No, keep going.
It's Mahomes. Mahomes won. I don't know why I'm dragging this out. The guy had an insane year. Super Bowl MVP, regular season MVP, now Sportorium MVP.
Yep.
You're gonna look on like like the stat pages where it has like a little asterisk. It says like MVP or Pro Bowl. There's just gonna be a little star and say Sportorium.
Yeah, it's MVP. Like the MVP too, the Nickelodeon one.
Yeah. Oh, that's the only thing that rivals this award is the MVP. And just totally. Relevance wise. So Patrick, I'm sure you're watching. We will send you the trophy. Yeah, he's probably drunk off his ass right now. So
yeah,
we'll send you the award soon. Make sure that Jackson makes a TikTok with it so we get more exposure. But yeah, that's the whole award show, man. I hope everybody enjoyed. I sure did.
Wait, so who was number 2?
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Oh, it was Hurts. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I feel like overall these are pretty good awards. Like everybody that won deserved it.
Yeah.
Everybody that got a vote deserved it, except for Brees Hall and Malik.
Oh shit. Yeah, that was definitely a rough one.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
I just saw this now. I don't know if you saw it. It was Mahomes like at the parade, and he literally gave the trophy to somebody and forgot, and then walked away without it.
It was like a fan?
Yeah.
No way.
He gave it to him to take a picture with it.
That's so funny.
Bad.
Dude, that's me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to. It's like he gave it to him like it was his and like walked away.
Imagine like if it was some like dude and he just pocketed it and ran away. That'd be wild. You'd be caught within like an hour just because like
not even. He would have never got out of there.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, there are cops everywhere.
Dude, that's funny though. That was the first time I seen that.
That whole Super Bowl parade, like I love it every single year. I wouldn't have liked it if it was in Philly.
Dude, it was crazy. Dude, there was like 1 million people.
Yeah, the pictures, like the aerial photos, everything is absolutely wild. And just like it's really cool to see just dudes getting blasted. And like
I always like Pacheco was dancing down the street the entire way.
Yep.
And then the offensive lineman, like it's just
the 0 sacks. I saw Kelsey was on the front of the bus, like on the top, and somebody threw him a fireball shooter.
Yeah.
And he just like stares at them, opens it.
And I saw a video of someone threw a football, and then Mahomes like just literally just goes like this and launched it like so far.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Insane.
I saw somebody throw a beer to Mahomes, and it just like it didn't even reach him, and he just like stared at it and then just stared at the dude. And then the caption was Jalen Hurts at the end of the game.
Damn.
Caught an absolute stray there.
Arm.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Still don't know what happened. I guess it slipped.
I looked at it. It didn't get tipped.
Yeah.
Terrible throw.
I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that it slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, that's it. That was the worst throw I've ever seen.
Some notable things that were left off. Moment of the year, I think that touchdown to DJ Moore that almost won the game. That was the longest completion this year. The PJ Walker to DJ Moore, and then he threw his helmet. If they won that game, maybe that's moment of the year. Maybe it gets a mention at least. Most regressed, Jalen Ramsey. That guy sucked this year. Very bad.
Yep.
And it wasn't even like he was still solid. Like he was bad. He was bad.
Yeah.
He made a couple plays here and there, but he was bad.
Still trash talking though.
He won't shut up.
No.
And then most improved, JC Horn, very good year. Obviously, he missed most of the year last year with the injury, but he was like a top 5 corner this year. Other than that, I think I'm pretty good. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the first annual Sportorium Awards show. Till next time.